I know for myself, decades ago, I wasn't an organ donor. I wasn't an organ donor because I believed what was said in my family, which is like, oh my gosh, if you're an organ donor, something happens to you, they're not going to save you. Well, that is completely wrong. But those are the kind of stories that, are passed down from generation to generation.
So this is important, of course, for all populations, but why do you share that it's especially important for those who are African Americans and of other ethnicities?
Well, it's especially important for a couple of reasons. Black people are 4 times more likely to have kidney failure, resulting in dialysis. And when we look at the rates of kidney donation and transplant, while Black people represent 13% of this country, they represent 33 to 36% of the people waiting for a kidney.
So what framed your thinking about organ donation?
I now know the data. I know the impact. I know that when it comes to transplant of all kinds, specifically heart transplant and kidney, that the data shows that Black people are less likely to receive those transplants. Not to say that your transplant can only come from a Black person, but if we are not in that organ donor registry, it does minimize and limit the viability of finding a right match.
It almost seems disrespectful when you sort of go against maybe an older family member or what's generational knowledge. So how do you have that conversation, or can you have it?
There is a way to do that. And I think that during COVID-19, I think we learned how to do that. Because I think when we talk to each other and we understand maybe the basis for fear or basis of the information, it doesn't mean that, hey, I'm right and you're wrong. It just means that what information I have has informed what I believe. Mm-hmm. And so when you begin to understand that about someone else that maybe has a different belief, it helps you have a conversation. It may not at that moment change anything, but maybe over time it could.
If you're interested in more information about organ, tissue, or stem cell donation, you can find a link inside the story at local12.com or call the Life Center Organ Donor Network at 513-558-5555.
Hey there. Yeah, you could stop watching right now, but let's be honest, you don't want to do that. Hit the links or click subscribe to see more amazing content from all of us here at Local 12.